Yamo will be a quaban farmer happy 98.9 FM so. And a Akonya Cassia say your name or my Ghana. Bidi and Como, and your own Rasabija fear. Akonya Cassia waha, and they say your name the majority leader of Ghana's parliament. A year ora Alexander Afenyo-Markin. So no, and also a member of parliament. A dema a futu constituency in the central region. Honorable, Yamoha, Niamakwaba.
Mejodo.
Jilisa Pombokodi.
Adom.
Honorable, Didikai, ma Yamoa Basso. Nema Utinkwa, say the New Patriotic Party you were as the majority leader of parliament. But, my most honorable, from 2012 up until Sabria and the party to me and your Mudiji as you as majority leader. What were some of the key things that it keep you when you entered into politics?
Well, Manda was I'm the Yabashe Jumazimui, the ideology of the party no Nenu Swazihon Obabwa Ghana, ma Ghana fu is in ye. If a party no policies are fit or Mampenny Kufu Obebe yen leader. Or Ghana Zeba Yan Papa Kufuadoda to Mude Jumezis from Ghana Funilis Mudesino or NPP Aban. And I yan Moframbansa ye busy party nature in them Adasui and Yashon. Yaba Parliament 2013. Enya abuafo watcheche hen edwuma n'enwado because igita wunyim zidanara ehiam obi so atete wo politics.
Okay.
Ti yan papa dan botwe Dr. Koto awenya ne baby call yan papa ambassador to I had commissioner to UK or yan papa Usankoma. And of course, Mankasa Minya, Dr. Sebeyabwa, you know, Kweku Kwati, and others, including my predecessor, Chairman Sabonso. They helped us how we should do the floor work, how to do committee work, and Abribiano, you get somebody telling you to do it in one way or the other. So them Nkransheno was very key in urging me on to learn more. I would say that Parliament by Asumdri na yan NPP dom botum na wasum party no na akoyeya ofi mara. And Ejuma Kasino was Ashamansa. So it's for me to work in a way the Koya Baba. Into ono Dadwin and Odamado. But Maminda ETV no any happy FM so I say. In fact, no currently there Mabaya MP, the very first media platform I mean as a parliamentarian was the ETV media platform. Maminya Bismarck Brown was hosting the One Morning Show.
Yes.
And
Breakfast TV.
Yes, Mekade Nimpana me na appear or brother over NDC side Mutala Mohammed. You know. So then if you are browsing a happy FM, you know. So it was at ETV and then you know the party now said, oh, cut this other station and all. So ETV, Madam Wana said, more exposure, Kahubina, Yedu Bibia Yedu. Bonsu na ejuma pa moye. One ko down 1 year ejuma na one from Boa or Mangana because my 1 year kebi.
Okay. But honorable, not all can say we say o ba mrashe fie unya mpanyimfo mo so wonsa edane a tretre kwan ekire wo kwan abetimi afa so. Recently there have been concerns Kamia say se yanhwe ne yi a sam panyimfo mo mmarahyɛ bedwafie a wɔn ebitimi akyerɛkyerɛ wɔn bɛba foforo no akwan a obetimi afa so adiom dwuma no anhwa yɛ ahwere ho.
Well, ni baby no many one year adwene no na work them because democracy must be guided. You know, democracy must be guided. And you're careful na ni nyina ka yesi kasam. I'm sure na debia na you are losing the experience once. Edwuma no reason. You see the way I structure your constitution no MPA would memufo expect to do bo time bia. So one thing who na wo ye wo buri efu. But say wa be mu so ana wo parliament po na nya be ma. We dwuma na kasenara will take you away from the constituency. Inti no ayant me imbrasha be go for nankasa no. Or de ye church and simbim na yet me mufun what I na say. Amide for some time them Jinabi Bay say menu ayezina. I'm sure wiki biano including weekends I'll be out of the constituency. And when us shas door bandama you realize that Odomno now was yehun. The way our constitutions are, you know, MPA was saying your minister. We don't have full separation of powers. In town also how I dream, because minister that's a was small. And to Munkada constituency because I wouldn't lead the government policy.
Okay.
Intino, me just there. That should be another share constitution. Ebio, I am Timimufono. I always believe that it's about communication, how we present the issues. What do you mean a corporate voter? You can say MP. Intibo wonder what the tackling because it's always a baba. Meanwhile, no, the chairman of a committee was a Jumi Biasha once, or there Konaka, ne Ebia, in bring you or do Bishop Wichimo. It is our catch order amba into no one to more. Meanwhile, not one so recay Juma boa or Ben. Ebio in Punta Juma and Pizzi, nice Jumani Zamakan the advocacy, Obakasa, Zama, or man, in Zamonkoye, or the about Kawasam, or Parliament. No, Wabuana, Zama to 2 years. But Yakas, you care campaign, yes, you basic school then. You basic hospital. To bond and confidence, so I expect. But our MP Nibi. With time, and I think that the national construct must be situated, you know, in a way a politician and Kasaso will not be overburdened. Because you go through a lot. But I want Kasaso Nakafamo. Exactly. So I think that even the political parties, we must have a way of protecting some experienced MPs through dialogue. Yeah.
But a quick one on say as someone now can say a camia say amanyofo no any timamufo no kwa kodin koma wo mo hye da enkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm yi emfa nkyerɛ mo enkyerɛ mo adwuma so poten a mrahye bedwane kwa akoye no honorable kwambe na befa so a ebetumi ai masa nkyerɛkyerɛ no akofom akwase wenye NCC adwuma kese ba no.
Politics are a perception driven enterprise. So either politician be or ya let and no there ya papa danara na entumna ancheche manko grassroots obaho. A recent research about the chances of NPP. If you interview a lot of Ghanaians, they will tell you that on Jinzi there, President Mahama Oba Obutunwa Ibibi Sonkwabo. In fact, he has just around 34% approval rating to come back. 65% of Ghanaians don't think that he should be president again. Okay? Yet, you also have about 52% Ghanaians saying that NPP hasn't met their expectations. What it means is that NPP is not communicating well. What it means is that NPP is allowing the perception to be anchored on a referendum there, whether NPP has done well or not. Now, if we as a party are careful, the beneficiary of such disappointment will be NDC, because they will be the biggest party in opposition. He carries the day. So, communication is critical. Look, Ministry of Education, or a minister now says it, they'll spread them information across. Your communicators will pick information at all constituencies, talking about the NPP, Zabwa.
And we feel say they are not doing that well?
Well, I don't think we are communicating well enough. I have to be honest.
Why do you think that's the case?
Well, it is the approach. Maybe we are over-assuming that people know. But that's also wrong.
Issues having to do with research and leading us into the statement that you made on the floor of Parliament during the debate on the floor of Parliament. The NDC has got no secession plan.
Well, but it's clear.
You are the majority leader, member of the NPP, but
but the point is very clear. You see, I hear time I say President Akufo-Addo no. President Mahama nankasa kada I hear yakafa woman. Mr. Sedun Katia Sukebi, I say Akufo-Addo winning dodo. But I'm saying that in that mix, President Akufo-Addo far Dr. Bawumia as a younger person to support his vision.
So to compensate for the age.
Right. To strike a fair balance. So that there is a future. So whilst I am using my experience, Bawumia is also coming in with his vibrant energy, his enthusiasm, with a new vision. So a combination of the old and the new. That is a perfect mix. Unlike the NDC, they are presenting two retirees, two old hands. So there's no opportunity to blend. And if we shall constitutionally, President Mahama was just one term.
Yeah.
That is if Owina. So he as a person, there is no edge. Two, Nyimpa no Ayinenam is also a retired person. So clearly, there will be no sense of urgency in their government. In any event, from day one, it means that people will be fighting for succession. So the government itself will not be stable. Because from day one, people will be looking for positions. And I'm made the president. Because even when beginning in Arano are going, if from day one, president and vice in Arano, they have no future. They are in for just one term. What do you expect? You think that people will keep quiet, wait for the 4 years and sana wakade? They want to be flag bearer.
So obviously there will be past
The
struggles.
fight for who should succeed him will be there from day one. The question is that what Ghana wants? Because we need to have governance. So why would you want to vote for a party that will be fighting in government from day one? So that's where the problem is. And it's a very fair assessment to make.
To some of a year or Mansha Dante in some now can I say, and the explanation that you've given, I mean, further clarifies the statement that you made on the floor of Parliament. But some are saying that you are being an ageist.
No. Come on. That's not what the point I'm making. I think I've clarified. We need experience. We need youthful exuberance too. We need to combine. We need a blend. And that blend always helps.
What do you make of the prospect of the National Democratic Congress in the 2024?
Well, I'm not here to discuss them. I'm here to discuss my party. And I believe that my party must get its communication strategy right. We've done so well. We have a success story. We should sell our success story. We should tell Ghanaians what we have done so far. We should tell Ghanaians our own plans for the future. We should let Ghanaians know what stuff Bawumia is made of, his energy levels, his vision for Ghana, what he represents. We should let our base know that all is not lost. Of course, no government can be perfect. No government can get it all. No government can solve every problem. But if you compare, is this government better than the alternative? If yes, then let us sustain the alternative. That's all.
What will be the one key thing I beat me about the New Patriotic Party at Break the Eight?
Communication, explaining its successes so far, telling Ghanaians what it has done so far, and allowing the analysis to be made by way of comparing the Mahama of old and the Bawumia of tomorrow.
But one of the things that I think that a baby to Jana Udimuntin my has got to do with the bill on a proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian values bill. I'm running my for editor, but prior to that, you were advocating say asochia adwene say asoma ye giatum ne de bema obi a ye hunu so de ho hihye saa nema no mu no enya de ebeboa tinkebe ya enke ma onya no nkonkoda afiase asasotwe pino say you were advocating for say yenya ma LGBTQ.
Well, but them one kasa keno. You see, your behavioral issues. A behavioral issue, you don't use a certain hard stand to solve a behavioral issue. You need to engage. If Abofraba Wosubeni Bia, Igona, you won't get the solution. And as a parent, I've come to terms with that. That when you are dealing with the situation, you should engage. You should counsel. You will get a better result. So, I am against homosexuality, but I am equally against custodial sentencing as a means of stopping it. I am in support of a law to ban homosexual relationship, but I am against a law that would incarcerate a person because he's involved in homosexuality.
So that's the
as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. But in Yantia say Emrano Konkodu Mampaninim.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's yet to get to the president. But I also know that Assembly could do court. So eventually, I think the court would decide, rule on this matter, and we'll take a decision as a country based on the ruling of the court.
But other than Bisa say, Sisia, say Mampani, say Emrano could do Mampaninim. I
can't speak for the president. So let's leave it there. Thank you very much.
Honorable Tanzania didn't go to I mean, say if you for one more year from 2012 to 2016 to 2020. There Udinyuma Ahodu Bregu Akwomo. Some of the things that you've done in the constituency. One teacher, one laptop, building libraries for the constituents. What motivates you to do some of these things?
Well, I gave a promise. I made a promise to transform Winneba. And I anchored that promise on the Futu Dream. The Futu Dream is never say die, feel inspired, get inspired, work hard, transform your community. And as far as I'm concerned, we are on that journey of transforming Winneba and making Winneba a gateway to Central Region. And I thank God for the opportunity to serve in NPP. It is through NPP that these opportunities have become available in Ifutu. And that's it.
As an idea, said MD Kanka as a military leader, you always will need the full complement of your contingent. Say more kwakwa, and unfortunately, one of the key members of the party in Parliament, Dr. John Kuma. How do you feel as a majority leader?
Well, very sad. John was a very close friend. I trained him as a lawyer. He worked as a pupil in my law firm. We were very close prior to he coming to Parliament. He was a very hard-working and determined person. John was somebody I would describe as spiritus invictus, unconquerable spirits. He had his own aspirations, and he worked at it. He worked towards that dream. And I saw him on Monday, and then on Thursday or so, we're told that he's passed. I was personally, hurt. I felt very sad. But God knows best. I think the way forward is for us to stay together, work together. We are one people. My job is to bring everybody on board, not to hold grudges and all, and make sure that I deliver the mandates. And I'm determined to do so. God be my guide.
Would you say the departure of John Kuma will in any way impact?
In Parliament, we do a lot of our work through consensus. We don't see the vote and the things that you see constitute a rather insignificant percentage of the things we do. But a lot of overwhelming majority of the decisions are reached by consensus. Yeah.
Honorable, your final words. Any foot to adbema a tearful mutio, a mabunua, one more GD will say one day they would want to be like you.
Don't give up. Ma abrebom disappointment, ma urampo. Ma mana wiazi esisisem ana ewuzisem ana aziyaye obi ma uwi mfiri wonyankopon amema fa abrebom kakra mehu nsema kakra and za metuma kan de se how kaseba the my brain no de etwe wonyankopon azibia ehwehwe no nimbre pamini benya. And this abreboasa disappointment people. I mean, my set up business, I've lost business. I've been heavily indebted to a bank. But in all of this, I cooled down. I got some people who advised me, and I had the counselors. If I'm having little issue, I run to a counselor, get an advisor, and say, please, what do you think? A professional advisor to talk to me and say, look, the mazi we and them, okay, eyifafaha, and above all, pray about it, because abrebo me summon, I'm sure bakaka kawan you do. Za in expect do busy by your own or by your. Za in expect do be back catch on or back catch on. Ntino odd bin sooner say wusin tono ishana or ya broda match nature ya foot. So zamatu makache you tiny there. Obey bonye jezi. Say abrabonye was so ma wabe mbubu one true or deaf obey amo zamatu makanye.
Honorable Mianwasi.
That's it.
Thank you. Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin, majority leader. And I would say, no teaching Komono. Then from what you can see, and to be able to Kabim. You don't see your friend Kwajo, Sifa, Dankwa.
Happy FM and Nijenkwa.